A group of skilled players decided to play a game where the winner will get absolutely everything and the loser will become his toy. The film opens with Guang Rieol spilling ramen on himself by mistake. He was caught changing his clothes by a boy named Ham De Gil. Guang gives some money to the boy and predicts that he would be an exceptional player. From that day forward, Guang started teaching De Gil different ways to make money through gambling. Many years went by, and De Gil grew up, eventually landing a job as a courier. However, he never forgot the thrill of winning, which is why he frequently gambled. De Gil quickly rushed over to the home of one of his friends, where his sister Mina lived. He likes her very much. De Gil asks her out on a date, but is turned down. Toward evening, he notices his grandfather running to a gambling club. Luck was not on his side, from which he loses all his money. The local boss, the Ghost, decides to personally sort it all out, but De Gil attacks first and the Ghost is seriously injured. Back home, the mother gives the bag with the money and asks her son to run away before it's too late. But before his escape, De Gil does not forget Mina and tells her that they will be together. A few days pass and De Gil arrives in a new town. Charlie lives there. He works in a famous gambling club, but the other workers don't know about it, as his goal is to take their money and return it to the club owner. Thanks to his connections, De Gil becomes a janitor. SEO and Song are also working here. They, like Charlie, have to take money from the casino workers. After a couple of days, De Gil sees Wu and falls in love at first sight, and the boss promotes De Gil to the status of hidden player. Salary increases several times. It allows you to live a life without denying yourself anything. But one night, he notices a crying Wu. He offers to go to his house, where everything goes to vulgarity, and no thought of Mina could stop him. Tomorrow they give him a new assignment, to take all the money from Wu. Not wanting such a fate for the girl, he tells her about the assignment. But what was his surprise that thanks to the lessons she was able to beat all the hidden players. When he meets Charlie, he says he's found a new way to make money. Toward evening, they meet a very rich man. He does not mind playing the game for money. His girlfriend Mina will be playing along with him. Because of what when Charlie wants to leave, De Gil asks to stay and take as much money as possible. Mina does her best to keep De Gil's attention focused on her ass, which he loses. A couple months later, De Gil still hadn't paid back his debt. The gangsters quickly find him and take his kidney and all his possessions, and the boss was arrested by the police. When he meets Mina, she tells him that he has been deceived. His friend Charlie is a traitor. When De Gil was distracted, Charlie would hand over his cards. This infuriates De Gil incredibly, but the girl asks him to take it slow. Since he promised to marry her, this money is enough to play in small establishments. But De Gil is caught swapping cards. He is lucky in this establishment was Guang and saved the guy. He asks him to become a teacher and teach him all the tricks. From that day on, he shows him many tricks and asks him not to forget the body language. It is very important to win. Every day, they get more and more money. At one of the games, De Gil notices Charlie. He says that he was very jealous of him, but it doesn't matter because he was cheated. From the very beginning, Wu has gained his trust, but that's not all. Mina is in big trouble. Hearing this, De Gil goes to the place where Mina was sold. There's a ghost who's the local chief. He has a game for De Gil. The opponent will be Mina. The loser will have to cut his opponent's hand. The Gil wins, but even so, the ghost won't let them leave. They still owe a lot of money. But Guang interrupts their conversation and gives them enough money to pay off the debt. When they return home, he tells them that long ago there were legendary players. One of them died, the other lost an ear. And the best of the best, known as the Hand of God, left the game at the peak of his career. Gambling doesn't make people happy. If De Gil wants to live a peaceful life with Mina, he needs to get out of this business. A little later, the girl reveals that her brother got into a game with Jiang. He literally went crazy at the sight of Mina. He had a plan to put his brother in debt and involve his sister in the game. She agreed, not knowing that her drink was spiked with pills. And when she was passed out, they used it however they wanted. When the brother found out what happened, he practically killed everyone and went to jail. De Gil tells her not to worry. He's going to marry her anyway. Meanwhile, Jiang doesn't understand how the ghost could let Mina go. He has to send a fighter to pick up the girl. Realizing that they are losing, Guang asks the guards to help. But the fighter easily beats them all up. Guang sacrifices himself by jumping down with the bandit. This forces DeGil to devise a revenge plan. Mina finds out from her brother the names of the hidden players on his team. They promise them $1 billion, which increases the group by 2 players. A couple days later, they take all the money from the song, and DeGil finds Wu and promises her a lot of money if she agrees to help them. At a personal meeting with Jiang, he guesses that she will side with the enemy, so he doesn't agree to take her into his group. And as soon as all the witnesses are gone, he moves his savings to a secret location, without realizing that Wu has planted a bug. The group doesn't take all the money, but only half to call the police. The authorities put Jiang on the wanted list. On the day the money is given to Wu, she notices that Mina has arrived with DeGil. A woman's jealousy is awakened, and she returns with Jiang. DeGil is told that his group has fallen into Jiang's hands, and if he wants to keep them alive, he'll have to come to the right address. He realized he was walking into a trap, so he brought a gun and set fire to the money. While the bandits extinguish the money, DeGil tries to escape. But this time is not enough. A chase begins and they get into an accident. Mina is admitted to the hospital, where her brother finds her. At the same time, Jiang gives Wu her share and is about to flee the country. When he gets caught, it turns out these bandits work for Wu. Actually, the boss among them was a ghost. He throws Wu in the garbage. When she got home, Jiang was waiting for her. This whole plan revolved around the legendary sineui player. While examining the suitcase, he finds a hidden bug. An hour later, DeGil, Guang, and Jiang enter the house. Each of them wants to know who should take the money. Sineui suggests they play a game, with the winner taking everything and the loser dying. Toward evening, Jiang sells the Wu, but she manages to convince him that it can still be useful. The day of the game comes. Everyone has to play without clothes and use only one hand. At first, it looks like a normal game, but DeGil notices that if you look at the cards that Wu brought, you can see the suit from a certain angle. Sineui realizes it too and reveals the cheating in front of everyone. Wu is out of the game. With a new bet, Sineui bets all his money that DeGil has the winning combination, and Jiang that Mina has a hidden card in her underwear since DeGil got in there. Neither of them knew it was a trap. Each of them is defeated. Sineui forgets his own rules and orders the victors to be killed, but Mina's brother shoots first. A fight ensues in which almost no one survives. Mina offers Wu to go along with them, but she refuses. The brother decides to quit the duo and leave with all the money. On the news, there's a story about some guy throwing money all over town. After a while, they get a letter. Guan says he's always been on their side, and before he died, he hid bags of money to help them start their lives over. This is the end of the movie. Write in the comments how you rate this movie. Be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss new videos. Bye.